So he gives them someone in whom they can trust to bring back food, fruit, seeds, nuts. She flies to the fields and forests with song, and then she brings back the food. That makes them grow strong. And when it is time for those babies to fly, God always makes sure that the food is nearby. Yep, God feeds the birds, but you can expect he never will throw it straight into the nest. Think about that. God feeds the birds, but he never, ever throws it into the nest. Now let's think about us as humans. What are we doing with our government subsidy programs? Are we throwing food into the nest? Are we inhibiting our future generations and preventing them from having the ability to fly free? Is that what we want? No, I kind of don't think so. Yesterday, I heard a politician come on the radio, and he said, I'm right there with you. I understand. Drug addiction is a disease. We need more facilities to handle these problems. I can't tell you, I was so angry. I was so angry. Drug addiction, that's not a disease, that's a choice. It's a choice that maybe turns into a disease, but it's a choice. Okay? What about some other things that we have going on? How about our bike program? We just talked about it. Do we need that bike program? No, we don't need it. We want that. If we look in nature, if we look out there in nature, all of God's creatures, Buddha's creatures, whoever's creatures you want to call them, all of the animal kingdom, they get exactly what they need, and they survive. The birds fly through the air singing, they're happy. Mommy bird or daddy bird, they're happy to go out there and hunt for the food and bring it back to the babies. It's their job, it's what they need to do. How can we take a lesson from nature? How can we get that lesson for us? To start focusing on what we need instead of what we want. What if, think about this, what if we had a society where we didn't have to have welfare for, say, 50% of the people that we are having that are getting it now? What if we had a society where 50% of the drug abusers were not drug abusers? How much better would that be? Would you guys all be on board? Would you all want that? So what would you be willing to sacrifice? Would you be willing to sacrifice those bikes in the Divvy program? Would you be willing to sacrifice maybe some of the welfare that's out there by putting accountability measures in place and actually making sure that the people who need welfare get it? I want to tell you a little story about a friend of mine that I worked with last year in a car dealership. The guy made $50,000 a year. Wonderful young man. Love this guy. Best personality. Very humble. And he had beautiful, beautiful 2 children and a beautiful wife. Oh, wait a minute. No. He wasn't married to her because she was on welfare. So here he is making $50,000 a year. She's living with her mom. He's using his address at his parents' house for all of his legal documentation. They don't have to pay for government health care. They don't have to pay for food stamps. And they're making $50,000! Yay! Is that God feeds the birds, or is that he's throwing it in the nest? Look, I think that a big factor that we have to think about here is that accountability is the only way to success in this world, in this life. If you go to college, you do your homework, and what happens? You pass the test. You get a degree. There's accountability measures there. We need to put more accountability measures into our government. And I think we can do that all simply without cost. It's called voting. You can make a significantly positive difference in this world without spending a dime. All you have to do is actually know who you're voting for real, actually really know. Don't read that little one paragraph line that's written about them, that's BS. You have to actually really know who you're voting for. And then go and cast that vote. Don't vote for what you want. Vote for what you need. And I promise you, you will be one of the first people of the new generation to make a significantly positive difference in this world for a better tomorrow. Thank you.